The U.S. providing more aid to Ukraine. Overnight, Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin meeting with President Zelenskyy in Kyiv. It's the first official U.S. visit to the capital since Russia invaded in February. And breaking overnight, several train stations were attacked in western and central Ukraine. Ukrainian railways are saying that there are casualties, but details have not been released. Meanwhile, in Russia, a massive fire breaking out at an oil storage facility near the Ukraine border. Russia's investigative committee trying to determine what caused the inferno. Allison Harris following all of these late-breaking developments live from the White House this morning. Good morning to you, Allison.
Good morning, Adrienne. Some new developments coming out of this meeting. The Secretary of Defense saying the U.S. is going to expand military training for some Ukrainian service members on certain weapons that the U.S. is providing and will speed up the delivery of those weapons. This morning, the U.S. promising more aid to Ukraine after a 3-hour face-to-face meeting in Kyiv Sunday with Ukrainian President Zelenskyy and the highest-ranking U.S. officials to travel to Ukraine during the Russian invasion, Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin.
Russia has already failed, and Ukraine has already succeeded because the principal aim that President Putin brought to this, in his own words, was to fully subsume Ukraine back into Russia, to take away its sovereignty and independence. And that has not happened and clearly will not happen.
Zelenskyy praising the American aid and thanking President Biden for his personal support. Blinken and Austin announcing the U.S. has approved a $165 million sale of ammunition for Ukraine's war effort and more than $300 million in foreign military financing, coming off the Biden administration announcing last week another $800 million in weapons for Ukraine, including howitzers, thousands of rounds of ammunition, drones, and helicopters.
They need long-range fires. You've heard them express a need for tanks. And we are doing everything that we can to get them the types of support, the types of artillery and munitions that will be effective in this stage of the fight.
And today, the Uniting for Ukraine program that the president announced last week launches here in the U.S. It is intended to help 100,000 Ukrainian refugees come to the U.S. to resettle for a period of time. Adrienne.
Allison, what are some of the requirements for those who are refugees entering using this new program?
So these refugees will have to be sponsored by a U.S. citizen. And not only do the refugees have to undergo what's being called rigorous screenings and background checks, including being vaccinated and meeting certain health requirements, but the sponsors also have to go through background checks. And they could be able to live and work in the U.S. for as long as 2 years.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.